Do you know what the difference between a PPO and an HMO is? Do you know which one's better? Well, hey, that's what we're going to find out today. How's it going, everybody? I'm Joey Giangola with Giangola Insurance, and today we're going to settle the debate. I don't know if it's really a debate, but we're going to settle it anyways, of PPO versus HMO. What do you need to know? Which one's better? What should you buy? Well, let's get into that right now. So if you want to know the answer to which is better, you need to ask yourself a question first. And the question that you need to ask yourself is do you want to see more or less doctors? Once you have the answer to that question, then you can decide if the HMO is right or the PPO is right. All right, first, let's back up. What does PPO actually mean? Well, the letters PPO stand for Preferred Provider Organization. This plan is going to offer a higher reimbursement level for the treatment you received from that preferred doctor. If I were to say that in less fancy insurance terms, you're just going to pay less, basically. You might also hear this preferred provider organization referred to as your insurance company's network of doctors and hospitals. Again, these preferred doctors are going to offer their services to you at a discounted rate because that health insurance company is telling you that you can go see them. You're also going to have the option to see non-preferred doctors as well. Again, you're just going to have to pay a little bit more if you stray outside of that network of doctors. That's most commonly known as your out-of-network coverage. And to be honest, for the last 10 to 15 years, PPOs have dominated the bulk of what's been available from your health insurance companies. So what does HMO stand for then? HMO stands for Health Maintenance Organization. And they're making a comeback faster than, I don't have a pop culture reference. I have two little kids. I know nothing about what's going on in the world, outside world. I don't have, insert your own joke. What's making a fast comeback? Somebody tell me. This HMO plan is going to work a little bit differently than that PPO plan. Instead of choosing from a list of doctors, you're only going to be able to go to those specific doctors and hospitals that have an agreement with that insurance company. The goal of this plan structure is to have a primary doctor kind of manage and direct your care, basically quarterback the thing and kind of tell you what you need to do, when and where and who to go see. So the most famous example of this HMO structure is the company that is now called HealthSpan, or formerly known as Kaiser Permanente. The catch here with these HMO plans is that generally less expensive than a PPO plan. However, again, that is in exchange for a limited selection of providers. But not so fast. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at this thing. So I'm gonna ask you that question again. How many doctors and hospitals do you want to be able to go to if something really bad happens? The answer to that, again, will settle your PPO and HMO debate that you're having with yourself. But if we want to go even deeper, here's what you have to think about. When does an HMO plan make sense? It's an obvious question, and it's a really hard one to answer since it's going to determine on your personal preference. But this is how I usually explain it to clients. If you have an HMO plan available to you that has doctors and hospitals within close proximity of where you live, and those doctors and hospitals also happen to be of a quality and a standard that you want to receive treatment from, yeah, that's a decent first step. But you also need to be able to save a decent amount of money every month from that health insurance policy as well. Finding both of these things together is really the tricky part. Personally, I have yet to come across an HMO plan that offers enough savings to make that justification. When you're only saving a handful of dollars every month, you have to ask yourself if it's really worth the trade-off. So why is a PPO so great then? Well, that's a very honest question. Like I mentioned above, the PPO is going to give you the ability to not just go see the doctors within your network, but also any other doctor that you need to. It'll just fall under that out-of-network benefit. Of course, you will be paying more to see those out-of-network doctors. However, it is better to have them covered under your plan at a lower percentage than not covered at all. So what's the bottom line? HMOs really need to widen the price gap from PPOs to really be considered a serious contender, in my opinion. Until they do, PPOs are still going to dominate, as far as I'm concerned, what should be at the center of your health insurance plan. Really, the trickiest thing about this is spotting the difference in the first place. Again, outside of 3 subtle letters that are listed next to plan type on the summary of benefits that you're looking at, there really isn't much else to indicate that you're looking at an HMO plan versus a PPO plan, and you could actually buy one by mistake. That's not to also insinuate that PPO plans are without blame here, because there are even some PPO networks that I would recommend that you probably want to stay away from. The doctors and hospitals that you have access to is one of, if not the most important things your health insurance does for you. So what's the next step? We'll go ahead and click right here on my face, and we're going to actually put the HMO and PPOs to a test so you can see the actual price difference for yourself and if that math actually makes sense. So go ahead, click again right here on my face, or if not, there is a link below in the video's description to get started with that right now. Of course, I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. And as always, I am Joey Giangola with Giangola Insurance. Take it easy, everybody.